Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on today's video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Haley. Thank you for stopping by. Today I am sharing a makeover of my bedroom. I don't think I've shared a video this broad in the topic of home on my channel before, so this will be a new experience and I'm going to vlog the entire process. So I've already started. I started yesterday on kind of moving things around and purging all of my stuff, which was basically the boring part of this project. I didn't think you guys would really need to see that. And I just want to show you the result because you guys, I have so much stuff and I literally don't know how it always accumulates so fast because I feel like I go through my stuff like every 2 to 4 months or so, and I always come out with like 3 or 4 garbage bags of stuff, and this time I have an insane amount of just like junk and random items that I am getting rid of. I'm either going to sell them or donate them. I'm giving my mom and my sister first dibs, but I will link down below my Instagram closet if I do end up selling stuff. So without further ado, let me show you my bedroom. Okay, so we are starting way back where my bedroom door is, right here. So as you walk into my room, and this is like a before, this is not the aftermath of my makeover, you walk in and I've got this really nice cabinet. I believe this is called the Besta cabinet from Ikea, and then I've got a big mirror here, and it's a really nice setup. This has always been my favorite section of my room because I really like having just an area to like put my keys down, put my whatever, like a cup of coffee or something when I actually walk into my room. And then up here I've got some decor, and I am phasing these out because I'm not digging the light brown wood. I feel like it's not my vibe anymore. I might keep the prints inside, but I'm still trying to figure that out. So this is it when you walk in, and then I've also got my desk over here. I got a really small one from Ikea because I'm obviously the only person that is in this room and I don't need that much space. I just needed somewhere to put my laptop and keep like office stuff. This is my drawer so far. It's pretty organized. I did try to go through. I also did a sketch of my bedroom, thinking I was an interior designer, LOL. And then over here I've got more frames. So I know this is very repetitive if you've been on my channel before. I have shown my room to you guys, but for the sake of this video, I wanted to just give you another overview so that you can see the before I make over my room. And then over here I've got the cubes from Ikea, and this is where I keep all of my clothing. I've got some seasonal stuff on the bottom, and then I also have, and I showed this in a video before, but I've got some makeup in here, and then my hair stuff. And then I really tried to minimize the stuff that is on this table because it's right in front of the window, and I feel like because there's so much light, it will look very cluttered if I put more stuff on it. So even right now, it's a bit too busy for me, I realize, and I feel like having these here is just really annoying because they're constantly like shedding and they drop onto the table and it's reflective, so you can really see the dust and all of that. So I'm definitely going to switch up this area. And then what I did yesterday was moved the bookshelf that was here all the way over here. So this is actually right in front of my brother's bathroom door. And as you can imagine, it's obviously not soundproof. And so I had to put the bookshelf here because I was just over sharing a door with my brother's bathroom, if that makes sense. I feel like if you have brothers, you kind of understand what I'm saying. But basically, I reorganized this, and then I also got rid of this rack. So as you can see, I have a ton of giveaway stuff. I've got some extra bins over there, and I purged, you guys, like crazy. So this is the result of that purge. I feel like on camera, it does not do justice for how large this pile actually is in person. But basically, I've got 2 full bins, 1 overflowing, so basically 3 bins. 2 bags, another full laundry bin, and I'm also going to go through all of my clothes once again. So this is the before my makeover. I just wanted to give you guys a little look-see, and this is nowhere near what I want it to look like. I'm still considering painting my room. I want to get it to be a warmish white because right now, as you can see, it's a gray. And it's a really light gray, and in certain lighting it looks cooler like this right here, but then depending on the sunlight it can look warm as well. And it also just makes my room very, very dark when it is cloudy outside, and that doesn't help me when I'm trying to film or take photos. So if anything, I'll paint this wall like a creamy, warm toned white and then leave the rest of them gray. But you know, that's a process, so that will probably be the last thing I do if I decide to paint it. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff that I'm purging, and today I'm going to focus on figuring out what furniture is going to fit in different spots of the room so that I can make sure that it's all going to work out as I planned. It has been, I think, like 3 or 4 days since I last vlogged on here, and I am doing the next step of my room makeover. So that's basically filling in all of the holes in my walls because I have had so much stuff up on the walls literally everywhere in my room. Like any wall that you see, there are maybe 5 holes in it because I've had picture frames or hooks or I don't even know, just random stuff. So today I am going in with some, I don't know if it's called putty or something, and I'm just gonna cover them all up. I have to remove some of the anchors from the walls, which I'm not 100% sure how to do, so that's gonna be interesting, but I've got like 40 minutes to work on this. I'm really doing this bit by bit, which is not my preferred way of doing a room makeover. I would rather do it in like 1 or 2 days, full days, but there is literally so much going on in my life and so much to do that I can't focus all my time and energy onto recreating my room. So it is a process, and this is the next step. Okay, so I am using this little scraper spreader thingy, and this stuff, it's basically drywall, like in liquid form, to fill in these holes. So I'm just gonna show you guys how I do that. So I'm basically taking a tiny amount. I had to mix it in the bin first, and I'm just like pressing it into the hole, trying to make sure that it's all filled. Sometimes it looks filled, but the end or like part of it inside is still empty, and then it leaves kind of like a little indent in the wall, and you can see it. So I'm just gonna go over this like a few times to make sure that it is filled in. And there's gonna be some leftover stuff on the outside of it, but I'm basically tomorrow or the next day I'm gonna go in with a sanding block and just sand it down. Okay guys, so I have got a busy day. The last time I vlogged was 2 days ago, or was that yesterday? It was yesterday. I'm literally losing my mind because my room is a freaking disaster. I'll just show you guys. I've got my paint samples up on the wall. And I don't know, I just feel like there's stuff everywhere, and it's just making my head a little bit hazy and blurry. Today, I am gonna go to Ikea and find some new curtains because these ones hold a lot of dust, I realize, and if I'm gonna be putting my bed there, I really don't want to have, you know, dust-filled curtains beside my head. So I'm gonna find new ones. I've got some in mind that I really like, so I'm gonna go take a look in person. I also wanna get a new cushion cover for that white cushion. I wanna go for more of a natural colored, like a washed linen feel almost. And then I'm also going to find, or take a look at least, some new duvet covers because this one here is really nice, but I don't really like the texture and pattern that it has on it. So I'm going to find one that's a little bit more simple and maybe a little bit softer as we go into the summertime. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm literally running around. I'm also going to get rid of some of this giveaway stuff. Some of it I'm selling on my Instagram closet, so I will link that down below. If you're local or in Canada, you can check it out. But that's the plan today, so I'm going to take you guys with me. Okay guys, so I just got home. I decided not to vlog when I went to Ikea because it was just a super quick trip. I just like ran in there, found what I needed, and then got out. And funny story, so I live in Richmond, so I went to Ikea Richmond first to find 3 different items. I was getting a cushion cover, new bed sheets, and new curtains. So I went in and I had already looked this up online, whether or not things were in stock. And for one of the items, which was the cushion cover, there was only one in stock. And so I went thinking, okay, you know what, I'll see if I can grab the last one. I went in right at opening. So I ran straight to the textile section and they did not have it. So I bought my bed sheet and my curtains from Ikea Richmond and then figured out that Coquitlam, which is literally like 30 to 40 minutes away, had the cushion cover. And so I went to Ikea Coquitlam and I picked up these 3 items. So the first one here is a pair of new curtains. I'll show you guys this up close. It's a really nice like beige natural color, and the ones I have right now are really cute, but they're a little bit too sheer and I don't exactly love how they fall. And like I said before, I didn't want to have super dusty curtains beside my bed, and so this one is going to be a better option just because they're a little bit thicker. And then the next thing that I got was new bed sheets. So this is a duvet cover and a pillowcase, and then I think there's a sheet in here. No, there's just a pillowcase and 1 duvet cover, so that's fine. But it is called this. Can't really pronounce that, but I'll link it down below for you guys. And this is more of a linen looking set. Like I told you guys before, I don't love the texture of this one, and so I decided to go for something a little bit more simple. And then lastly, my cushion cover. This is the exact color that I was looking for, and it's really like a washed linen material. So I'm going to throw this in the wash. I'm going to throw all of this in the wash except for the curtains, and just make sure that they're soft enough and looking good so that I can actually put them on my pieces in my room. Today, I'm going to sand the walls. So I'm going to sand all of these little holes that I covered up. I'm going to figure out which paint sample I want to use for my walls. And hopefully I'm going to be able to go through all the stuff that I'm purging. So I've got this stuff down here. I packed up and donated some bags this morning, as I showed you guys. And then I also have 3 bins of stuff downstairs. So I'm going to post some of that stuff for sale on my Instagram closet, and then hopefully just get rid of a bunch of the extra stuff in my room that I don't need. So it is going to be a cleanup, tidy up, sanding day, and I'm excited because I'm getting closer to the final results. Hopefully I will be able to move some furniture soon. So before I start sanding the wall, I want to show you guys the colors that I am considering. So this one is called Crisp Cotton, and it's honestly probably the most, or the closest sample I have to pure white, but I really like that it's kind of a bit on the creamier side. And then this one is Fleur de Sel, and I know on the camera it looks almost the exact same as all the other ones, but this one is actually a little bit darker. It's got almost like a hint of gray in it. And then this one is called Winter Snow, and this is definitely the darkest out of all of them. It's almost as if it's like white but in shadow light. So I think I'm leaning towards Crisp Cotton just because I do want a brighter room, and this one is going to be too dark. And this one is maybe a little bit too similar to gray. So this is definitely what I am looking for. Okay, I just got back from Canadian Tire and I picked up some green paint tape, and I also picked up the actual paint that I'm going to be using. So this is the brand Premier, and this was the more expensive one to get because it is a primer and paint in one. So that basically means that I don't need to do more than 1 coat, which is ideal because I don't want to be painting for more than like a few hours, and I want it to dry within 1 day so that I can finish my room, obviously. So now I'm just going to start taping up the baseboards and any areas that I don't want to get paint on. And then I think that's all that I'm gonna do for today because there's not much else I can do, honestly. Everything else is like cleaned up, tidied up, purged, and this is almost the last step. I am finally done taping up everything in my room. I've got a couple little things like light switches to do still, but for the most part I am done, as you can see on the window over there. And I also moved all of my furniture to the center of my room. I've left a bit of space so that I can still get into bed tonight, but obviously this is going to be only one day of having it like this, so I've literally pushed everything to the center. And this area is empty. Did the heater and everything. Took off my curtains. They were literally so dusty, you guys. I wanted to scream. I don't think I could ever sleep over there knowing how much dust like accumulated. And I know I'm gonna have to constantly, maybe not as often as these ones that I previously had, but I will have to kind of dust the new curtains that I got every once in a while so that my allergies don't flare up. And then the last part over here, I've got all of my like delicate stuff, jewelry, and I wouldn't call those florals, but like dried florals, and my mirror so that I can still get ready. And I'm just gonna push this over to this area, and I'll push this bed in when I start painting. So the plan is to paint tomorrow morning. I still have a workout class to go to at like 9:15, so I'll go to that, come straight home, and just start painting because I work at 2 or 2:30 tomorrow. So I'm just going to kind of like put my head down and just paint the entire room tomorrow, and hopefully, crossing my fingers, it looks good. Okay guys, so I am officially getting ready to paint. I'm gonna do the trim up here, basically around all the windows, the doors, and everything near the baseboards before I do the full walls, just so that I can get that done right away because that's probably the most detail-oriented part where I don't want to like mess up. So that's what I'm about to do. I might film some of this, but for the most part I'm pretty nervous because it's my first time painting. So there may or may not be footage of me painting because I don't want to mess anything up. Okay guys, it's time for an update. So I am just about to start doing the entire walls. I've finished outlining certain things and I've done the baseboards, I've done around the doors, all of the top trim, those doors, the heater, and I'm basically ready to start using this big roller right here. And I'm going to do a little time lapse of me doing this wall so that you guys can actually see the process. But this has already taken an hour and a half, actually maybe 2 hours to do. It looks kind of weird right now, but I'm excited to see the final result. Hi guys, so it is time for an update on the paint job in my bedroom. I started painting yesterday at about 10:45, 11 a.m. and I had to go to work at 2, so I thought I had ample time to paint my entire bedroom, and I had this very skewed vision that I would finish painting my whole bedroom within those short few hours. Obviously I've never done this before, so you know, who was I to know how long this was going to take. And I didn't even get halfway done. So I did all the trim like I showed you guys. I did the upper parts around the windows, the doors, and the baseboards, and all of like the outlets, the plugs and stuff. And then I started painting this wall behind me, and then I started painting that wall over there as well. So as you can see, it's a very drastic change. But as soon as I started painting this wall, I noticed that there was the trim that I did showing, and I just got really discouraged. And this was also like maybe 15 minutes before I had to go to work, and so I stopped painting, obviously, because I had to go to work. but I decided that this was maybe too big of a job for me, and I probably signed up for more than I expected it was going to be. So I have a family friend coming over today. I am going to be paying him to paint the room. It's not super expensive, but obviously I wasn't prepared to, like, you know, cash out money or hand out money for this job, but I'm excited to actually be getting it done because it's very stressful not having a bedroom and not having, like, my workspace. This is just not even livable conditions. So I slept in my little sister's bed last night. I literally had a dream catcher above my face, like this far away from my face. I am not kidding you. Wasn't the most comfortable bed, gotta be honest. I had my duvet cover and my pillows, but it just wasn't the same, and I'm excited to be able to hopefully sleep in this room tonight. I know I need to let it dry, and I don't want to be sleeping in like paint fumes, so I'm going to leave the windows open later after he's done painting to hopefully just get rid of any stench that is in the room. And then I will take off all the paint for the trimmings and then finish up my room. I'm very, very excited. I feel like this has been going on forever, much longer than I anticipated. So yeah, that's my update for you guys. I tried and I failed, which is totally fine. Had a bit of a breakdown yesterday, as anyone would with this extremely disgusting mess in their own bedroom slash office. But yeah, now all is good, and today I am just going to do my own thing. I'm going to work a bit. I've got a photo shoot with a friend, and then I'm going to come home, hopefully to a freshly painted room, and finish up moving everything around and doing the final tweaks and touches to my bedroom. Okay, so I thought I would show you guys kind of close up what I was talking about. So if you could see up here, this is where I did the trim to, you know, avoid getting the top boards, and you can totally see the space up there. So we need to get that covered, and I did like only one coat of paint, so it will look better after one more coat, but yeah, that's basically what I wanted to show you guys. So I had a family friend come over this morning, and he did a great job. He finished basically what I was trying to do. So he did one more coat on this wall that I had actually finished myself with one coat, and then he did 2 coats on all the other walls, and he touched up some little areas in the room as well that needed just little fixes. So it looks really, really good. I'm really happy with the result, and I'm going to show you guys tomorrow in daylight because it is the evening now, and it looks a little bit different, you know, in warm lighting. It looks really good in the daytime, and I'm excited to use it for photo shoots and videos. I'm actually going to try to leave this wall back here plain as possible so that I can actually do photo shoots on the wall and film videos and stuff. So that's very exciting, and now my task is to take off all of the green tape very carefully. The paint is still drying in some parts and it is still curing, so I have to be very careful with what I, you know, do on the walls. But tonight I'm going to hopefully move all of my furniture into their proper new places, fix up my new bed with the bed sheets. I have them in the wash right now. I'm gonna put up my curtains again. I'm gonna put my mirror back on the wall, and hopefully it's just all gonna come together because it's been a while painting my bed, you know? So that's the plan. I'll do a little time lapse of me taking off all the tape because I feel like that's cool, and then I will update you guys once I move furniture. Okay guys, so I thought I would do a little update here. It is now Saturday, so I've been working on my room for, I want to say almost a week and a half now, or I could be totally wrong. I'm really tired, so I don't actually know what I'm saying, but I wanted to update you guys on what my furniture looks like in my room. So basically, you walk in, I've got this dresser here, which was always here. I didn't want to move it because it's a really great entrance piece, I want to say. And then my mirror's there, and then I've got this piece here now on the plain wall. Ignore the decor and everything because I haven't even thought about where I'm going to put stuff. I've put my clothing rack on this side. I could possibly switch it so that it's horizontally this way, but I'm just trying to feel it out and see what I like. And then I've got my bed right in front of the window. which is definitely new to me, and it's kind of annoying because my window is not centered on this entire wall. It's actually more so over to the left, so putting my bed there makes such a small space through here, so I can't have it exactly centered under the window, which obviously as a perfectionist I hate. But I don't know, I feel like I'll probably keep my bed here for a while, but if I feel like it's just not me and it doesn't, you know, work well with this space, then I'll probably move it back to this wall. But for now, this is where it is. I've put up my new curtains, so they're a really nice, really light beige color. And then I have new bed sheets. It's kind of like a linen, my new pillow. And then my desk is over here. I have yet to even touch that space, but I wanted it to be right in front of the window so that when I'm working during the day, I have some sort of daylight. And then over here, I've just got my bookshelf in front of the wall like I showed you guys before. I have my mirror still there. And then this cart is my biggest problem right now because the issue is I wanted to put it over here where it would just slide in and out if I wanted to do my makeup there. But this is actually too wide, so I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. I might actually have to get rid of it and get just like a very skinny option and just put it in there as a shelf, but we'll see. But for now, this is how it looks. So I will update you guys tomorrow. I feel like I'm gonna work on it more. I wanted to do decor and stuff today, but I'm actually so tired. I've been working all day and this has just been very draining, I feel. So I kind of need to do a bit of self-relaxation and self-care. So I'm gonna do a face mask now and maybe start working on the decor, but I will obviously update you guys once everything is finished. Okay, you guys, I am on the last final detail touches of finishing up my room makeover. I pretty much have everything in the spots that it needs to be, or that they need to be, and I'm just putting up these photo frames, trying to figure out which ones look best where. Put 2 of them over there already, and I've got 2 others in the room as well. And I'm just thinking of putting one right here on this wall because this area over here is just very plain. So I feel like it needs a little bit of spice, you know? And then after that, I'm gonna show you guys the whole room overall and compare it to the before. So I'm very excited about that. So I just got back from Ikea. I honestly hope that I never have to go there again unless I'm going to eat, because I have been there so many times in the past month or 2, I would say. It's just crazy. I probably have a weird obsession with Ikea. Maybe not weird, but the obsession is definitely real. But I wanted to show you guys what I picked up. So the first thing is this little storage unit. So it's super skinny. It's actually for a bathroom. And I got this because over by my desk here, I have this space and I want to put my makeup there so that I can do it in front of the window. And I want a space where I can just kind of store stuff without it being seen. So I thought this was the perfect thing to just slide right in there. And I'm going to be getting rid of the thing that I literally just bought not even a month ago, and it's this makeup cart. So it is a rolling cart and it basically has all of my makeup. It's got some body care on it, my books and stuff, but hopefully everything will fit on the new storage unit so that it's all together and I don't have to be lugging this whole thing around. And then in addition to the storage unit, I also picked up these cute little like hand-blown glass containers. These are just going to be for like little things like rings. If I have some go-tos, I'll probably just put them in that little container. This actually had a lid and I already broke it. I suck, I know. And then over here there's another one so you guys can see it better. And that is basically just going to be for my keys. Once I come into my room, I'll just chuck them in there and any other little small stuff that I might need on the go. Not really sure. I just feel like I always put stuff on this table, so it's going to be nice to have a little container that I can put it in. And then lastly, for storage, I picked up this little box. So it's just a little box with a lid. and I'll probably just use that to store some office stuff. So now the last part of this bedroom makeover is transferring my stuff from the rolling cart to this new one here, and then I will give you guys an overall tour of my new room. My room is finally done. I have done so much organizing, so much purging, and I haven't bought a ton of new stuff. If I did, it was definitely very inexpensive from Ikea, but basically I just wanted to, as I said before, give my room a little bit of a refresh and also just brighten up the room a little bit. So I went definitely for a minimalistic look, which is what I originally had as well, but I put more frames up on the wall, but kind of separated from each other rather than clustered in one like photo gallery. So the first one I've got up here is right on the wall when you walk in my room. And it's a really small frame, so it works, and it just makes this whole section a little bit less plain. And then the next two that I have are here on my dresser. So this is where I keep all of my clothes, and then I've got some hair and a little bit of makeup in there. And then over here I've got my clothing rack, so I've moved this. And I like this area because this is going to be really great for shooting videos in, and I love that it's a plain white wall. If I ever need to shoot something on it, I can just move this out of the way. And then obviously you guys know I moved my bed to the center of my room, and I've slept here already 2 nights, and I can say that it is definitely a better spot than in the corner over here because it's brighter when I wake up, and I really like that, and I can immediately open or close the curtains. And then over on this side, I told you guys already, I put up this Feeling Romantic frame, and I like this one because it's a little bit bigger, because without the frame there, this whole area was very white and it just didn't really look the greatest. And this is going to be my desk for working when I'm at home, and also just to do my makeup. So I originally told you guys that I was gonna put all of my makeup on this, and then I decided that it would actually get too dusty because I realized that in the old cart that I had, it was just accumulating a lot of dust. So I've just put the stuff that has lids down here. So this is my setting sprays, my foundations, I've got some nail polishes back there, and it's just stuff that doesn't really matter if it gets dusty. And then I've got my notebooks and stuff on the bottom, my books that I'm reading, some hand cream and focus spray, and I've got all of my stationery pens and stuff there. And then in this little box, I decided to put little stuff that I don't really use all the time, like post-it notes and tape, measuring tape and calculator and stuff. And then I've got my notebook or my notepad handy with my glasses. And then I decided to actually put all of my makeup into this drawer because this is going to keep it from getting dusty, obviously. And I feel like having it all in one drawer is definitely better organized than having it separated into 4 different shelves, if you know what I mean. So I've got my big brushes. I don't have a strict order of where the items are and what they are. It's more so what I grab for the most. So I've tried to put the stuff that I use the most in the front. Concealer, which I do when I'm not wearing a ton of makeup. And then I've got my highlighters and blushes. As you guys can see, it's very organized, so I love that. And then another thing that I really changed up was this bookshelf right here. So this is the Billy bookshelf from Ikea, and I originally had only purses and shoes on here, and then I only had my one jewelry box, but I didn't like how this jewelry stand looked being over here because this is very much a neutral zone and gold doesn't really fit in. So I put it all together here, and it works out because I can actually remove any of these shelves. And I actually really like how it looks. It's definitely more open, and it makes the whole shelf as a unit look less cluttered. And then I've got my white sneakers, my boots and stuff. I didn't do much in the closet. I'm not sure if I showed you this before, but I put all of my perfumes together, and I've got my rollerballs, sunglasses, some body care, and then I honestly didn't even touch the rest of my closet. So that's pretty plain. And then lastly, I just changed up this look right here. So I'm still considering whether or not I want to hang this round mirror it definitely changes the way that you can see yourself in the mirror, and I really like that if I take like a selfie here or if I'm showing a bit of my outfit, it's very close up. When I raise the mirror, it actually looks a bit farther away, which is very interesting. But for now, I'm gonna keep it like this because since I've got the frame up here, it kind of balances out the height, if you know what I mean. And that is my room, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below because I post every Monday and Thursday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on Thursday.